The latest on the bombshell that's still reverberating through Washington. This morning, we are learning more details about the shocking scandal that cost the head of the CIA his job. ABC's David Kerley is in the nation's capital with new information about how General David Petraeus' extramarital affair came to light. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Bianna. We are learning some more rather stunning details this morning about what brought down the director of the CIA and a highly decorated General David Petraeus.
It was an affair between Petraeus and his biographer, Paula Broadwel, according to sources familiar with the investigation. Broadwel had extraordinary access to Petraeus when he was running the war in Afghanistan.
They trusted me, so I was able to get a lot of great access. And I got to know his family and his mentors.
Confirmed as CIA director more than a year ago.
I'll even give him my personal email address.
Several sources tell ABC News it was an email that unraveled the affair. A couple of months ago, a woman apparently in the Tampa area, with an association with Petraeus and the military, received a strange and harassing email. She notified the FBI, which launched an investigation, also worried that Petraeus' official email account had been compromised. The email was traced back to the computer of Paula Broadwel. But what agents found instead of a compromised official account were intimate, salacious emails between Broadwel and Petraeus, described as a lot of human drama.
There had been rumors of an affair between him and Paula Broadwel for some time.
Fred Kaplan has written a book about Petraeus, which will be released early next year.
But frankly, I didn't believe them, and neither did just about anybody else I know. He just didn't seem the type.
ABC's Martha Raddatz reports that some of Petraeus' Afghanistan staff worried about how it looked to have Broadwel spend so much time with the general, and told Petraeus as much. Even though the FBI investigation has apparently been underway for a couple of months, an intelligence official tells ABC News it was just Tuesday evening that the head of national intelligence was told. James Clapper talked to Petraeus several times that night and Wednesday, advising the CIA director to resign. Thursday at the White House, Petraeus offered his resignation to the president, who waited 24 hours to accept. So shocking because Petraeus himself had been critical of officers guilty of infidelity.
He spoke of them in just this tone of contempt that they had engaged in this kind of dishonorable behavior, which is why I just never thought that he would be up for that sort of thing.
This morning, the head of national intelligence says he has no plans to start an investigation into Petraeus' activities with Broadwel. Bianna?
And David, so many people are questioning the timing of this all, coming just days after the election. If, in fact, as your piece just said, that the FBI had been investigating the situation for months, how is it that the White House and Congress were both left in the dark?
Representative Peter King, one of those raising questions. Why didn't the FBI tell the committees and the White House earlier? No response directly from the White House yet. Intelligence Committee and investigators, rather, for the intelligence community will undoubtedly say that, listen, this was not a matter of national security. What they found was really a personnel issue, and that's why they passed it on when they passed it on.
All right, I have a feeling the story is far from over, David. Thank you so much. Dan?
I would agree with you on that. Thanks, Bianna. This scandal has derailed two promising careers. Paula Broadwel is a lifelong overachiever. She worked in military intelligence, graduated from Harvard, and wrote a best-selling book. She was also homecoming queen, a triathlete, and a mother of two. ABC's Reena Ninan has that side of the story, also from Washington. Reena, good morning.
Good morning to you, Dan. I spoke to friends and colleagues who knew Paula Broadwel. The picture that emerges, someone devoted to philanthropy, calling her the star of her generation at West Point. All of them saying they never saw this coming.
Technology cannot solve all the problems in modern warfare.
The former Army officer featured in a documentary about weapon systems. While she's known for her good looks, military smarts, and enviable physique, her friends say she was also devoted to the cause of wounded warriors and injured war vets, making it even more ironic this scandal comes on Veterans Day weekend.
Somebody as busy as she is takes the time to help somebody like me. There's not much time left for indiscretions.
David Bixler, an active duty wounded warrior and double amputee, knows Paula through a charity foundation. Last week, Broadwel was scheduled to skydive but donated her jump to Bixler instead. In an exclusive interview with ABC News, Bixler questions these latest allegations.
I have some serious questions about who is connecting these dots and how. Paula Broadwel is not the type. She isn't.
Some of her colleagues who insist she is someone to be admired also say she has reversed the cause of young women in the military who have fought hard to be taken seriously.
But most of my time was spent traveling around with General Petraeus on his battlefield circulations.
Those who know her say she was on Facebook all the time. On Friday morning, her 40th birthday, she posted a message about mortality and exercise. Friends say a likely clue she had no idea. Hours later, her entire profile would be wiped. It's not clear when her husband, Scott Broadwel, a radiologist and professional surfer, learned about the affair, but this image was etched on the driveway outside their home. Broadwel was supposed to celebrate her 40th birthday at a dinner in Washington. Reporters were invited, but her husband called and canceled the event late Friday.